Hey guys, so this will be a shorter video, but I just want to show you where and how we can set up bow sounds, because at the moment we don't have any sound at all, it's completely silent. So what we want to do is add bow drawing sound, bow firing sound, and also a couple different arrow hit sounds. So, first thing you will need is 4 new sounds. If you want to get the same ones I have, they will be included on my Patreon. It is free if you are already a member, or you can purchase it if you like. But basically what I got is this arrow hit enemy. So this is when you actually hit an enemy. Then arrow hit object. So I got a sound that is between like metal hit and a wood hit. So if we hit any object in a game, it will kind of make sense. And obviously, as I mentioned later on, we can also differentiate if it's the stone or metal that we hit or the wood and stuff. So that can have a different sound. But for now, this one works perfect for me. And then I got a bow draw sound. This one will be a little bit tricky because I made this sound the same length as the drawing bow animation. So if you go to animations and you got this bow draw, original length of this is, if you switch this to seconds, I do have it on seconds. So if you switch this to seconds, you can see this is 0.43 seconds. But we have rate scale 0.3. So if you divide this value by 0.3, that will give you, I think, like 1.43 seconds. And that is the length of the default bow drawing animation without the attack speed. So I have made that sound exactly the same length. So it's this sound here, bow draw sound. And then when we have a higher attack speed or lower attack speed, we can just change the pitch and the sound will be the same length as the drawing animation still. So that works the best. And then also there is a bow fire sound. Alright, so let's set it up. First thing we're going to do is let's go to player. And to set up bow drawing sound, we need to go to right click, so right mouse button. And then straight away here, after we start playing the montage, before the start bow aim, we can spawn sound. The reason why we're not going to just play sound is because this will be this sound basically takes 1.5 seconds, but if you stop drawing the bow, you want to also destroy the sound or cancel it. So I'm going to just move this here. This is on the right mouse button on the bow. And on this first place montage, just directly, not on completed or anything. And this will be bow draw sound. And then we also need to make a reference for it. So promote it to variable. And this one will be bow draw sound. And here we need to open it up. And as I mentioned, the pitch, basically, the higher the pitch value, the faster it goes. And lower the pitch value, the slower it goes, also a little bit deeper. So if we connect the attack speed directly, same as we have for a play rate in a montage, it will change the length of this sound. That's how it's basically working at the moment in Unreal Engine. So now we change the length. And when we right click, so when we cancel the right mouse button events, sorry, we will go to down here. So completed or cancelled. After this switch, we do have bow, and we're removing gameplay tag. And again, we will do it before this stop bow aim. Move everything down. And here I'm going to get that sound, so bow draw sound. Right click, convert to validated get. And we need to squeeze it in here. I will need more space again, so this one needs to go to the right. And then if this sound is valid, we will destroy sound, is it the thing? Stop. Audio stop. Is that a stop? I think we were using something else, maybe enabled. Stop should work fine. Let's see. And then if it's valid, it will go here. But if it's not valid, for some reason we're not playing that sound, just continue, just in case it doesn't stop here. There we go, compile and save. And now if I go to my bow and start drawing it, you can see the sound is there and it's matching the animation. And now if I want to have a higher attack speed, I'll just show you. So in the stats component on the player, I'm just going to add attack speed. I don't have it. So attack speed, and I'm going to set it to 1. And that will be 1 plus whatever I have on the bow. I think it's 1.1, so it will be 2.1 attack speed, which is quite high. And then, as you can see, the sound is much faster. And you can also stop it, so that works as well. And also, if you wanted to have it lower, so you have a slower attack speed with some crappy bow you found on the beginning of the game. So I'll have to change the bow in a data table. So items DT, golden bow, base stats, and my attack speed I'll change to like 0.5 so we can see it or hear it. And now it won't reload, actually, I just realized, so I need to switch this to something else, and then golden bow again, and now it should update. So pick up some arrows, and now as you can see it's much deeper sound and it's going still only when he's drawing the bow. We also need to make eventually the animation for animating the bow, but I think that might be only on the Patreon, because again this is kind of advanced tutorial, because we have to rig the bow and also it needs to be done in Blender, not in Unreal, so it's not really Unreal tutorial. So I'll see, I'll probably do it soon. And now we have a bow drawing sound, so what we need to do is do firing sound, and this one we will set up when we actually fire the bow. So let's go back to player. This is quite simple, and here on left mouse button after we fire arrow and empty the reference, I really need to move all of this to the right side because it's starting to overlap. So I'll select all of these, unselect this, move this. There we go. And here what we need to do is straight away when we fire, we can just play sound. Don't need to spawn this or anything. Play sound 2D, and this one will be bow fire sound. Actually, no, I'm wrong. This one needs to be in the montage because he's not firing arrow like straight away. There is some time. So let's go inside the bow fire montage. Open it up. Yeah, because here there is a little bit of time before he fires. So maybe here. So bow fire montage. And I'm going to right click here, add notify, and there is a default engine play sound notify. So play sound, select it, and here on the sound you can play sound. So that will be bow fire sound, which is this one here. So when it lets go of the string, let go of the string. So now you should have bow fire sound as well, drawing very slowly, and that's a firing sound. There we go, that's one thing. I'll maybe move it little bit before because I think there is slight delay. I cut those sounds to start straight away, but there might be a little break in between. So that's bow fire. And then we need to do arrow hit sounds, and those ones we're going to set up on the bow itself because that's where we added it in the items. Because in the combat component we're getting the reference for the main hand weapon, which is in display hit events, and here we're getting spawn sound 2D, which is the hit sound from the main hand. So main hand is not an arrow, it's a bow, because that's what's equipped in the main hand. So if you go to bow, we already have, I have this mining sound, so what I need to do is do arrow hit sound. So arrow hit enemy. This one will be here, but that's only when we're hitting the enemy. That goes to the combat component, but I also want to have a sound when we hit the objects. So for that, let's go to base arrow, items, base arrow, and here on this event on component begin overlap, we're basically checking if we have hit enemy, that will go to apply damage, but if we had hit breakables or anything else, it will just go to delay and destroy actor. So here on true and on false we need to both add sound, so we'll do play sound, and we can do add location because it's hitting, it can be hitting objects far away, so we'll do add location of the hit, and this one will be arrow hit object. Ah no, sorry, not on this branch because this is breakables. We don't need to do breakables. That will go to combat component. Ah right, yeah, that will go to combat component, but we're applying point damage, so it won't go to the sound place, it will just actually hit it. So we can do it here. That's correct. So in the event graph, where am I? Base arrow. So play sound at location. Location, we do have one of these noodles here going from the line trace component. So I do have a redirect, so I'm going to connect it like here to location, and this is arrow hit object, and we also want to play it on the false branch. I have to do it twice because I can't go, or I didn't have to do it twice because I can just set it up before here. So if it's not an enemy, that will be much easier. I'm making a little bit of a mess of this. So true branch goes to apply damage, false branch goes here, and the sound will go just before. Now will be play sound at location, and now we do have all of the sounds set up. So let's equip bow and draw it, and now hit this enemy. There we go. That's got a hit sound, which is quite a nice one. I'm really happy with that one. And then if you hit the object, I don't think I got overlap events anywhere there, maybe on this one. No. So this thing, there we go. And that's playing hit sound as well, which is overlap event. And one more thing we can do is add a little bit of effect when arrow hits objects, because we do have a blood when we hit enemy, but we don't have anything when we hit objects. And for that you should already have this VFX volume pack 2, which is free on the FAP, at least for now when I'm making this video. So download it, we have had it from the previous videos, I think since the resource. And there in the particles, you got distraction, I think, yeah, distraction wood. This one here. And it basically has like a nice wisp effect and particles, but it has quite a lot of wood going from it. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this. And this one will be destruction arrow. P distraction arrow. I'm going to transfer it to effects, so we just have it together, which is third person, animations, blueprints, effects here. And then in this arrow distraction, I'm going to turn off first one, second one, maybe even third one, and then just have one of those parts and the wisp, which will look a little bit better. And now back in base arrow, same thing here. We're going to, what is it? This is emitter, so spawn emitter at location. This is a big node, so I'm going to move it. Spawn emitter at location, and location will be same one as here. We can double click and redirect. And you have location, and emitter will be arrow distraction. Let me also turn on the generate overlap events here. Generate overlap events, and on this one as well. So I can hit it. And now that's pretty much it. So we have just made some improvements. Drawing the bow, shooting enemy, and then let me show this. There we go. That's much better. So we do have some particle effects as well. And that's it. That's all I wanted to do. So yeah, hope you liked this one. This was quite short one. And then in the next one we can continue with some abilities. I want to make a couple more. And then hopefully keep it rolling again a bit faster. So I'll see you then. Bye. And actually one more thing I forgot is to add sound to our rapid fire, because that is using separate montage. So let's go to animations and abilities, I believe, and this is rapid fire. And if we set it up in the animation, it should be fine. We don't need to multiply it 3 times. So in the animation, we just find when he fires the arrow. We don't need to do draw bow, because that is really quick. So we can just do fire. So somewhere here again, I'm going to right click, add notify, play sound, and this one will be fire, bow, fire, sound. If you want, you can add draw sound, but then you need to do pitch really fast, because it's drawing and shooting. I'll just do shooting sound. And now try this, equip the bow, abilities, this one, and press 1. Yeah, that works fine. Sounds good. Alright,